Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's good, YouTube? Y'all know what it is, man. It's your boy Tank be chopping, and we back with another haircut tutorial. Alright guys, what we're gonna be doing on this cut is a number 5 on top, high taper, line up the beard. We aren't gonna be adding any enhancements, we're gonna keep it just natural. So let's go ahead and get into this cut. So I start off by taking my new Low Pro FX, the Andy Authentic version, and I got my number 5 guard on my clipper, and I'm just gonna be going over the top a good amount of times, making sure that I get this hair down to that desired length. Once again guys, this is my number 5 guard, and I'm going over the top a good amount of times to get all that down to that number 5 length. And one thing I like to do, guys, especially when I'm doing high tapers, is I like to bring the sides down a little shorter just to make the blend look a little better, just so the sides can flow into the top a little better. So even though I am doing a number 5 on top, what I'm going to be doing on the sides is a number 4, and that's what I have here on my clipper now. This is the number 4 guard, and I'm basically just blending into that number 5 guard. I really ain't got to open my lever or adjust it. My lever close basically blends into that number 5, as y'all can see. Once it gets to that parietal ridge area, using a slight flick out motion, just trying to blend it without trying to do too much work. So I ain't want to have to open my lever. As long as I can float my clipper, it's gonna fade in there pretty good. Alright, so now that that is done, I'm taking my Stylecraft Flex trimmer. I'm gonna go ahead and line him up behind the ear just because I already have the trimmers in my hand. I'm gonna go ahead and bald him out on the high taper also. So I like to set in my guidelines. I'm sorry, not my guidelines. I like to set in the edge up behind the ear when I have the trimmer in my hand when I'm setting in that bald guideline. And since he is gonna line up the beard, I'm just gonna line up the back of the beard just so it connects the line over the ear and behind the ear. Now I'm setting in my bald guideline with my trimmer. And once again guys, we are doing a high taper, so I'm cutting off that C cup. We don't want any C cup, we want this to be a nice high taper. So now I'm gonna follow that up with the shaver. This is the Babyliss UV single foil. I like using the single foil a little more than double foil, man. I don't know, that's just my personal preference. Alright, so now I'm taking my Stylecraft Instinct clipper. I got my lever all the way open, and I'm setting in another guideline. And then I'm gonna close my lever halfway, work my way halfway into this section, close my lever 1 notch, bring that section down a little more, and then close it all the way and attack that bottom line. Now I'm going in with my number 1 guard lever open, creating another section, and as y'all can see, I'm using a slight flick out motion, but don't overdo the flick out motion, you know what I'm saying? Just use your wrist to flick at that, and then I close my lever all the way, and I'm attacking that bottom line in this section. It's not gonna get that line out completely. I'm gonna have to come back later with my 0 guard, but it's all good. So now I'm taking my number 2 guard lever open, and I'm just blending into the bulk. I am gonna have to hit this up with the 3 guard, but I'm using my number 2 guard lever open, cleaning them up behind the ear a little bit because we want to make sure that it blends behind the ear also. And then I close my number 2, and I'm working the bottom line in that section. So this is my 3 guard lever open, and this is gonna basically blend into that number 4 guard that I did on the sides earlier. I'm gonna just go behind the ear, clean up all the bulk on the top of this blend, and then I'm gonna close my number 3 guard and start attacking that bottom line in that section. Now I'm going in with my 1.5 guard. My lever is closed. I'm just cleaning up some dark areas in the middle of this blend, and as y'all saw me do there, I did adjust my lever a little bit because sometimes that is needed. Different haircuts and different hair textures will need you to adjust your lever. And this haircut, it looks easy, but it's not. Like, its hair texture is kind of hard to blend, so you got to make sure you're taking your time and adjusting your lever as needed. Now I'm going in with that 0 guard, half guard, whatever you want to call it, and I'm just going to adjust my lever as needed to try to blend out this bottom line. And all the way closed, it should get it out completely. It may or may not, sometimes it doesn't, so we may have to go back in with the clipper lever open and use some corner blending, you know, some detailing techniques to really get this blend to come together. And that's basically what I'm doing here, guys. I got my lever all the way open, and as y'all can see, I'm just using the corner of my clipper. I'm not using the whole clipper, just the corner to really detail and be a little more precise, and I will adjust my lever if it is needed to get this blend to look better. And we're gonna go in there a good amount of time just to make sure that that blend looks right. Now this is my 1 guard doing some more detail work. I'm going in with my lever open first, and I'm just gonna adjust my lever as needed. Once again, to clean up any discrepancies, any dark areas in this cut, we wanna make sure that we're detailing it and making it look good and nice and blended. So sometimes you will have to go back and use different guards. Here is my 0 guard once again. Now I'm gonna go ahead and blend this beard in a little bit. Now I'm going in with just my clipper lever open and adjusting it closed as I work my way up. So as y'all can see, the most part of this blend is there, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go ahead and take my trimmers. These are the Stylecraft Rebel trimmers, and I'm lining up my client. I start off in the middle of my client's forehead and I work my way over to the vertical bar. And as you can see, I'm just tapping a little bit at a time, working my way over, you know, little by little every time. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all guys, edge ups have always given me a hard time, like lineups. I'm not the best with lineups, so it takes me a while. So I really have to just tap a little bit and then work my way over. And that's the same thing I just did with the beard. I'm just taking off a little bit at a time, making sure that I give a nice precise line. Now I'm blending in that beard a little better. And this is all detail work. You know, I've already did most of this blend. I'm just going in and detailing it a little more with whatever I feel is necessary. And then I did not record the opposite side of the haircut, but y'all will see me lining him up. And once again, guys, as y'all can see, I'm just making little strokes, little taps with my trimmer, working my way over a little bit at a time, and then going back and retracing my steps, making sure that this line is nice and sharp and nice and straight. And like I said, guys, sometimes lineups are difficult. For me, they are. So I try to take my time. A lot of times, the lineups is what I take a lot of time on when I'm cutting my client's hair. And it's just because, man, like I want to make sure I give them a sharp line. But once again, didn't record this out of the cut or the back, but we're moving on to some razor work. So this is gonna be a really quick tutorial, but you know, it's nice, quick, nice and easy. As y'all can see, I'm using my razor to really get these lines nice and sharp. We're making sure that we're getting that hair down behind the ear. And sometimes behind the ear can be tricky, man. You got to maneuver your blade in different directions to make sure that you get that nice and short. So now we're moving on to the opposite side, doing the same thing, stretching that skin, making sure we're pulling that skin tight. That way we lessen the chance of nicking our client. And as y'all can see here, I'm using 2 fingers, one on the head and then one on the ear. And that's really stretching that skin and allowing me to get into that tighter area. And since we aren't using any enhancements, I'm going over this front edge up a good amount of times, trying to make this line as super sharp and as super, what's the word I'm looking for? Like just really defined without using any enhancements. So now we're just doing the same thing with the beard. Once again, as y'all can see, I'm stretching the skin with my thumb, really stretching that skin tight. That way, you know, it's easier for me to shave my client, give him a nice shave and get that hair, get that line to look super sharp. And then we're just gonna do the same thing to the opposite side. And I'm gonna show y'all a little hack, man. Like honestly, I don't like going over like the mustache area with my shaver, or I'm sorry, with my razor. Sometimes I do, it just depends on the client, but I don't like to. So I'm going over it with my UV single foil. That's the good thing about the single foil shavers, guys. You can get them hard to reach areas, and I like to use that for the mustache and the chin area. And now I'm just doing the front lineup with my razor. Really trying to make this line pop, really trying to make that line look nice and sharp. Alright, man, so check it out. This is how my boy Flaco came into the shop looking. This is the before look. And this is the finished product. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this haircut in the comment section. If y'all like this video, please make sure to smash that like button. Also, if you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe one time for your boy. Remember, guys, if you're in the Houston, Texas area and want a haircut from your boy, you can go to my website, tankbechopping.com. You can book there. If you want to purchase any Babyliss tools you saw me using in this video, you can go to babylesspro.com. Use my discount code TANK10. If you want to purchase any Stylecraft tools you saw me using in this video, you can go to stylecraftus.com. Same discount code, TANK10. So make sure y'all use those when y'all checking out, guys, just so y'all can save y'all some money. But once again, let me know what y'all think about this cut, guys, down in the comments. I greatly appreciate it, man. I think I did them right. You know, y'all let me know what y'all think. But with that being said, man, that's basically it for this video. I appreciate y'all for watching. Until next time, let's go.